So this is my current setup. I do have the AFE full cat back exhaust system. The diffuser is basically just a black plastic right now. Keys sent along a cool little key tag as well. And here is the new diffuser. The carbon looks really good. This is probably gonna be one of the easiest things that you can put on, honestly. Diffusers are pretty simple. But yeah, overall, quality looks amazing. And we will see how the fit is. So it looks like really what we're dealing with are two 8mm on each side of the diffuser. And then in the center part, we have 3 T20s. So I'll pop those T20s out now, and then the whole thing should come out. So now the whole thing is just held in by a series of clips. You can go ahead and just pull out from the bottom, and it should slide all the way out. Those clips are definitely tight, so you're gonna have to use a bit of force to get that off. But we got her off. Maybe we should just run it like this, fully exposed. See the whole muffler now? Pretty crazy. All right, so before we bolt anything down, get crazy with anything, I'm gonna test fit this, make sure that all of the holes line up, make sure we can get everything clipped in. Wow. Dude. That fits so good. All I did was just push it forward and it went right in. It looks so clean. Super snug. Everything is flush all the way to the edge of the bumper. Yeah, that looks really good. I'm so surprised by how well that fit. Usually carbon fiber takes a little bit of working around to make it perfect, but this literally just went right in. I didn't have to do anything. So all of the holes underneath are very, very close. I don't think I'll have to re-drill anything. I'll just give it some encouragement when I actually put the screws in, but I don't think we're gonna have any issues there. Now, the thing that I was talking about with like tips and tricks before was in regards to my 328 diffuser when I put it on. The diffuser didn't seem to have as good of a mold as this one. This mold is like perfect. It's curved really well, so everything just sits in there without me having to worry about it popping out. I think that I could just run it like this, put the screws in, and we'll be good. On my 328, the sides wanted to pop out more, and it was having a hard time staying into the bumper. Now, the fix for that, if you have that issue with any of your diffusers, is go ahead and pull the diffuser out. And what you'll want to actually do is take a little plastic screw like this, or like a little plastic push pin. Anything that's like near this size that's pretty small, and you're gonna wanna drill out the side tabs where it's popping out. And the way that these tabs work is they go through this bumper in these little slots like this. So as soon as that tab pops out the other side through the back over here, you're gonna wanna take your little plastic piece and run it through the hole in the diffuser. So if I had the hole in here, this would just slide through. And what that does is it locks it into place behind the bumper. That way, it's not gonna slide out at all. I personally don't think I'm gonna run into that issue with this diffuser. Like I said, I had to do it on my 328 because it just seemed like it needed a bit of encouragement to stay into the bumper. But this one seems to fit really, really good. I think the mold has just gotten better over the years and they've perfected it. So I think some of those diffusers were relatively new. This one seems to be perfect. I don't think we're gonna have any issues with it. So I'm just gonna send it and run it. But that's just a good little trick if you guys are running into any issues with the carbon fiber diffusers on your car. Pop a hole through this, run one of these through it, and it'll secure it into the back of the bumper. All right, let's go ahead and throw this on and throw the screws in, and we will be finished. Literally perfect. Like I had no issues putting that in. And honestly, I expected there to be issues because a lot of times with carbon there is. But yeah, if we look under here, everything factory placement, all the way through the entire diffuser. Perfect, perfect fitment. Snug, edge to edge, all the way through. That's about as good as it gets, guys. Show you from this side. then this side. I mean, I don't know. I have nothing else to say. It's literally about as good as it gets with carbon fiber. Really happy with that. That's sick, dude. So that's really all it was. That's all we needed. Like when you're looking at the entire car, I've got the Veris up front. We've got the side skirt extensions over here, running into the back to these rear bumper extensions, and now into the diffuser, as well as our high kick spoiler. I think that's like the perfect package. Like that's all you need to make these cars look so good. Yeah, I really, really like this setup. I was honestly pretty shocked by the fitment. I've done a few of these diffusers already on a bunch of different cars that I've owned. Maybe it's just because they've sold so many of these and this is such a popular application now. It took very little effort to put this thing on and make it fit well. Just clipped right into place, put my factory bolts in, and we're done. So in terms of fitment and quality, 10 out of 10. Couldn't ask for anything more out of a diffuser like this. One thing I will say is I obviously run a lot of ethanol on this car, and I've noticed, like even on my Supra, that when you run more and more ethanol out of the back of the car, you tend to wear off coatings. So if you have your car ceramic coated, or you have your diffuser ceramic coated, it is likely that the ethanol will eventually burn off that coating faster than usual. So you'll want to reapply that ceramic coating to make sure that everything is still hydrophobic every few months or so if you're continually running that ethanol. I've never had an issue with anything burning or melting in the back, but I always try to leave a little bit of gap in my exhaust tips so I don't melt the bumper or melt the diffuser. Now this exhaust is completely adjustable, so I can go in and I can move it back if I want. I can move it over, whatever I want to do. This one does not go out as far as this one, so now my tips are just a little bit sunken in. So what I'll probably end up doing is adjusting the piece that connects from the mid pipe to the muffler and just slide this back maybe 1/4 of an inch because it's very, very close to the diffuser, as you can see. But I personally would like to have that completely flush with this end of the diffuser. But it looks, it looks really, really good. Very happy with this. Carbon fiber can get really expensive, so you just want to make sure that if you're buying products, make sure it fits well, make sure you're happy with it. Even though these are, you know, gonna be on the bottom of the car and they're rather hard to notice, I think if you're someone like me and you pay attention to the details, these things kind of matter. That was literally the only thing on the bottom side of the car that wasn't carbon fiber and it was just bothering me forever. But now we are, yeah, we're all set and I'm really, really happy with this setup.